Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, October 18th. Well, for the last few days we've talked about a developing storm system headed for the western Great Lakes region, and that storm has developed, and from that position it'll send a cold front towards the east coast, and it looks like it'll turn into quite a heavy rain event for much of the northeastern part of the country late tonight and tomorrow morning, especially from Philadelphia north and east. Around the New York City region, they can get 1.5 to 2 inches of rain in and around southeastern part of New York State and much of New England late tonight and tomorrow. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. High pressure continues to control the weather up and down the East Coast. Today will be one last nice day, although clouds will be on the increase this afternoon. It'll probably be mostly cloudy by late afternoon. Meanwhile, here's that storm system, kind of a double barrel low pressure over the western Great Lakes region right here. And it has a cold front that extends all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And this is kind of important because some Gulf of Mexico moisture will get involved as this front continues to move to the east. And by later on tonight, it'll become pretty significant rain event for much of the mid-Atlantic region, especially from Philadelphia north and east. And again, 1 to 2 inches of rain could fall by late tomorrow from Philadelphia north and east, and maybe 1/2 inch around the Washington, D.C. area. Radar does not look all that impressive right now, but it will be there will be some heavier rain developing as this front squeezes towards the East Coast later on today. Well, here's the latest infrared satellite loop, and here's that band of clouds that extends from the western Great Lakes low pressure system all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Some strong thunderstorms down here in the southeastern part of the country. In fact, they had some severe weather across portions of Mississippi and Alabama late yesterday and last night. This Gulf of Mexico moisture will be pushing up along the east coast ahead of this front, and this will help to enhance the shower and thunderstorm activity associated with that front right now, so that by late tonight, heavy rain is possible in the mid-Atlantic region, especially from Philadelphia north and east, and that heavy rain threat will continue around New York City right through the morning hours on Friday. Farther west, lots of clear skies, but still quite windy conditions here across the Rocky Mountain region. They had some very high wind gusts there yesterday, and it'll continue to be quite windy today as well. Way off the Baja California coast is the remains of what was Hurricane Paul, spinning away from the coast. Should have very little, if any, impact on the southwestern part of the country. Here's the latest radar loop for the mid-Atlantic region. Nothing going on right now in terms of precipitation. Here's that frontal band right out here. There's a band, kind of a skinny looking band, not too impressive at all here out over the Ohio Valley. However, that will develop and enhance later on this afternoon, and there should be a solid area of rain by the time we roll into the overnight hours. And in fact, heavy rain is possible from Philadelphia north and east, and even down in the D.C. area. They can get a 1/2 inch of rain out of this particular rain event later on tonight into the early part of tomorrow. I thought we'd look at a different computer forecast map for this evening. This is from last night's NAM model run, the Zero-Z model run, and it's a simulated radar for early part of this evening. And by this evening here you have the model putting out a narrow band of showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two. Nothing all that impressive looking right now. Still, for the most part, dry from D.C. across Philadelphia to New York City. Now let's jump ahead to 6 hours later. And here's the NAM model simulated radar for around midnight tonight. Notice how this area is starting to expand, and there's some yellow showing up, some heavier rain. This is what will tend to happen in the early part of the evening. This particular band of showers and thunderstorms will really start to intensify and start dumping some heavy rain on much of the mid-Atlantic after midnight. One final simulated radar map here, again from last night's Zero-Z NAM model run. This is for tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and by this time a real solid band now, including some yellows, some heavier rain, especially in and around the New York City region and southeastern part of New York State headed into New England. So this will be an intensifying rain situation with some heavy rain possible, especially from Philadelphia north and east late tonight and early tomorrow. And much of the day tomorrow will feature some heavy rain from New York City north and east, while it starts to gradually clear out around the Washington, D.C. area. The weekend is looking pretty decent throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, and that meteor shower will gradually intensify, reaching a peak in the pre-dawn hours early Sunday morning. And right now, the viewing conditions look rather favorable for that meteor shower over the weekend. Well, that's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm the SI Meteorologist.